Thank you. Well, new at noon, hikers are now being asked to temporarily avoid an outdoor attraction that draws thousands to our region each year. We're talking about the Appalachian Trail, which spans nearly 2,200 miles and runs through 14 states, including our region of Northeast Tennessee and Southwest Virginia. Because of the COVID-19 pandemic, the Appalachian Trail Conservancy is advising hikers to postpone long-distance hikes until 2022 or when the CDC deems the pandemic under control or when vaccines become widely available.
Hi, I'm Snow, and it's January 2021. I'm planning to through hike the Arizona Trail this coming spring, and I just saw that news clip for the Appalachian Trail. So I maybe want to do a little bit of research, and the question is through hiking really safe right now with COVID? Let's see. So the first thing I did was look on the Appalachian Trail Conservancy, and it did have a message for AT hikers for 2021. However, this post is from November 12th, 2020, and it does say that if you're planning to go and do a through hike of the AT for 2021, you need to register, you need to plan and prepare, and best mitigate your situation of exposing yourself and others to COVID-19. So since this information has come out, there has been new information. And under their responding to COVID-19, they have a statement that says the ATC continues to advise long-distance hikers to postpone hikes until 2022 or when the Centers for Disease Control, CDC, has deemed the pandemic under control and or a COVID-19 vaccine or effective treatment is widely available and distributed. So you can find more information at theappalachiantrail.org/COVID-19 for more information. Next up, I checked out the PCTA, and they actually are giving out permits for the 2021 season so far. Permit holders are reminded to follow all local, state, federal COVID-related travel and safety guidelines. And if you're not familiar, the PCT gives out permits up to 50 a day, which they will still be doing. Additionally, they're going to have a limit of 1,400 permits for section hikers crossing the JMT or John Muir Trail overlap and 600 permits for trips starting in the Southern Sierra. The PCTA gives you a PCT COVID-19 guidance page that you can review and find out what regulations you need to follow. Additionally, they do have a section that says please consider postponing your trip. Despite permits being issued at normal levels, these are not normal times, and this will not be a normal year to go for a long trip. They also mention the new variant that is more contagious in Southern California, and they are requesting that you make sure that you are taking precautions in order to keep yourselves safe and others. They remind us that our personal actions could have severe and lasting consequences for others. Being outside on trail involves lower risk than most other activities, but traveling long distances on the PCT is not exclusively outdoors. A long PCT journey involves higher risk situations, such as sharing vehicles with strangers while catching a ride into towns, sharing hotel rooms to save money, dining together in restaurants, shopping in grocery stores, and gathering at post office and laundry facilities. To round up the big three, I went on the CDT Coalition website. First and foremost, if you are exhibiting symptoms of COVID-19 or may have been exposed, please stay home. If you are healthy and want to recreate on the Continental Divide Trail, please follow all guidance from local, state, and federal health officials, which you can find below. Above all, they urge you to follow all public health recommendations, orders, and closures along any journey you take on the CDT, no matter how big or small. No vacation is worth compromising the safety of others. And remember, the trail's not going anywhere. The CDT will be waiting for you when life returns to some semi-balance of normal. They provide additional information on closures and state regulations. COVID-19 and the Arizona Trail. Due to Arizona's intense wildfire season, with 3 major wildfires burning more than 100 miles of the AZT and a recent spike in Arizona's COVID-19 cases, it has led the ATA to discourage through hiking and through riding for the 2020 season. The ATA provides an Arizona Trail Association COVID-19 epidemic protocol that's 14 pages long and that was written in June 2020. In the time of the COVID-19 crisis, the Arizona Trail Association, like many other organizations tasked with monitoring and maintaining outdoor recreation amenities, finds itself with an unprecedented problem. We are seeing a sharp and exciting increase in interest and use of our trail, while at the same time nearly crippling restrictions on our ability to do the work needed to maintain it. In the face of this challenge, the ATA is examining the nature of the pandemic, the role that trails, and specifically long-distance trails, plays in the public's experience during the pandemic, and how we can best fulfill our mission given the constantly changing and challenging set of circumstances. A news update written January 26, 2021, describes the AZT detour established around Bighorn Fire, Passage 11. The article reads, for through hikers embarking on a northbound adventure during the spring of 2021, a portion of the Arizona Trail remains closed within the Santa Clarita Mountains, Passage 11, between Hutch's Pool and Lemon Rock Lookout Junction Trail, until hazards can be removed and the trail officially opened again, hopefully by mid-February. Here's our primary detour recommendations.
So, is it safe to through hike? Well, the answer depends. There's a lot of different trails and there's a lot of different regulations. One of the huge problems with the big three, the PCT, the AT, and the CAT, are that you go through multiple states, and each state can have different regulations. As of January 26th, the CDC has no restrictions for individuals visiting Arizona from other USA states. Additionally, because it's a shorter through hike, it will take about 6 weeks to about 2 months, and I'm only going through one state. There are no regulations enforcing that there shouldn't be any through hiking or traveling. However, the ATA is having a members-only meeting, I think the first week of February, and new information could be released from there. This is going to be in addition to doing the normal things of protecting myself and others by wearing a face mask, also social distancing, and really trying to keep my distance from any areas that could be heavily populated with people. Like many of the associations said, it's not going outdoors that's going to be the real problem, it's visiting these small towns and getting resupply. As of right now, I'm still planning to through hike the Arizona Trail, and hopefully in early March, maybe end of February. It depends on the regulations, and I'm going to keep up my tabs on things, but to the best of my ability, that's the most I can do right now.